Okay, this is James again, and let's just go ahead and pick up where we left off in our last video, which was basically Mac explaining some different ads you can use, and you can see some of them on the screen right here. These are available in the affiliate page of Maverick Moneymakers, and Mac had already talked about going to Vistaprint.com and showing all the free things you can get from there, and you pay, a little bit for shipping. And from experience, I know that you don't have to pay for the fastest shipping, which is sometimes like $20. Just pay for the slower one, and it's going to come quicker than what they say on the site. So if you order the free business cards, for example, and pay for even the slowest shipping speed, you'll probably have them in about a week if you're in the continental U.S. But anyway, aside from that, let's go ahead and get back into the video here, and we're going to talk about some more offline marketing methods.
Someone out there and be like, really? Where's that at? Can I join too? Is there spots available? You can say, of course there are. And then you give them your URL that you set up in step 2, getting your domain name, so they can actually come to the website, and when they join, you're going to get $44 a month every time that they're a member. So that goes back to this affiliate calculator. And when you're thinking about all these places, first the items you can create and the places where you can put them, think about how many sales that you can get, on a daily basis. If you can only get one sale a day, you're going to be making $1,300 a month in month 1. Month 2, you're going to be making $2,600. Then it goes up and up and up from there. That's only if you just get one sale a day. I mean, a 9-year-old kid could get one sale a day just by telling their teachers, about this website. So, I mean, this is just an idea of thinking outside the box and thinking of these other areas like windshields. I mean, do you have a mall or a big shopping store nearby where there's hundreds of cars in a parking lot? Well, with windshields, you can create these little business cards, and there's actually another term for them too. They're called drop cards. And what a drop card is, it doesn't look like a business card where you have like your name, address, your phone number, and all that kind of stuff on it. A drop card simply has, like a white card or a red card or a black card, something that really stands out with just text on it, like a headline followed by a .com, which can be your URL. That would be what a drop card is. So as far as like where to get drop cards, again, go to Vistaprint and you just go to their free business card section, and you find a card where it's just very plain and white, like you see this one's plain and white, and then you simply on each line, that's where you would put your headline followed by the URL, which you would set up in step 2 of this affiliate training series. So once you create your little drop cards, then you go back to all the places you can promote. You can get like 1,000 drop cards or 1,000 business cards created for almost next to nothing. And when you have all those, you can just go around, put them on people's windshields or put flyers on people's windshields. I mean, you could just print out those headlines on regular pieces of paper, or you can go get a crayon and write them out on construction paper. Go put them on people's windshields in any kind of car lot where there's a lot of people. Even at shopping malls, when people are shopping, you can have a flyer that says something like, need some more money to buy some more stuff, or, something that's relevant to what it is that person is currently doing at that time. That is just huge when it comes to all this grassroots marketing. Salons. I mean, there's always people at salons that are talking, and if you go to a salon and get your hair cut, or you get your nails done, like my wife always likes to do, they always like to get in your business and ask, what are you up to nowadays? Well, I'm actually making a lot of money online. Really? What do you mean? And then you can just tell them your URL, you write it down on a napkin if you want, and give it to them and tell them, go check it out. There's some spots available if they want to look into it. Bookstores, you could create those drop cards and simply drop them in books or magazines, or that are on the bookshelves or in the magazine racks. Or, in bookstores, there's always coffee shops nowadays. You can just leave your stuff laying around on coffee shops. Parks, bandit signs. A bandit sign that's also known as the lawn signs that I showed you. And this is where you would put these bandit signs like all over on highways, or where there's a lot of traffic, either foot traffic or a lot of people just driving, or in parking lots. You could put these signs up, and they might get taken down in several days. But, there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people driving by these signs. You think out of those hundreds or thousands of people driving by every day, you could get one person to actually go to the website and join? Of course you can. And that's actually how I personally got started on the internet, was promoting other people's products through all this kind of stuff. And this was the exact list where I got started with marketing on the internet. And out of this list, business cards, which again is also known as drop cards, and lawn signs, those are the most effective, because the lawn signs, you can put them everywhere. Business cards, aka drop cards, you can put on, all the places where there's just a ton of people every day, like bathrooms and stuff like that. So let's go back to the places, and all the other places, churches, parties, just places where there's a lot of people that you talk to on a one-on-one basis. That's where you can go. Health clubs, dance classes, seminars. There's hundreds of people, especially when you find seminars at like a local, if you find seminars about making money online, or real estate conventions or something, a local hotel in your area, then you can put a bandit sign right there at the parking lot where all these people are driving in or driving out of, or you can drop your cards, around wherever the seminar is, like where the lounge is, where they hang out, when they're in between their breaks. That's just an incredible place to promote. Political events, spas, book clubs, libraries, antique shops, again, the mall, not just places inside the mall, but when you get out in the parking lot. Just so many easy, cheap, low-cost ways to make money. Parent organizations, playgrounds, self-help groups, laundromats, colleges. Colleges, there's tens of thousands of people in college. Can you imagine if you had a flyer, if you just went out in the parking lot where there's all the commuters that go to college, and you had something about, need to make some extra money while in college, go here. And you could have a flyer with just your .com on it, where people can go to. That is just phenomenal ways, and you're doing stuff like that, you're going to get more than one sale a day. If you're actually putting flyers on people's windshields where they have to pull the flyer off and look at it because it's on their windshield and they can't go driving with a flyer on their windshield, when they look at it, if you're putting like just a couple dozen flyers a day on people's windshields, you can almost be guaranteed that at least one or two people are going to sign up out of those couple dozen. If you're dropping hundreds of flyers out, you're going to get 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way upwards of 10 people signing up a day. And look how much money this is going to put into your pocket. So, definitely think outside the box a little. Coffee shops we already discussed. Theaters. There's just tons of people, tons of cars in theaters. Just think of all the places where there's cars. Beaches. People are always parked out by the beach. You could even talk to people on the beach. Pools, vacation areas, destinations, like even places where people go bowling. Anywhere where there's people sitting around, like bus stops. You can put up your flyers on bus stops or drop your cards around bus stops. Airports, good gracious, you know how many people are at airports. You could always drop all your stuff around there, or pens or anything like that, where people actually need stuff. Singles meetings, checkouts, bars. Bars is a huge one, because if you're sitting at a bar, you don't even need a drop card. You could just have a napkin where your drink is sitting, then you could just write something on the napkin. You could write the headline on a napkin. If you go back to these headlines, pick a headline out that's short, or write up your own headline that could be really good, that if someone else saw the napkin at your bar and saw this written on, they're like, wow, this is pretty cool. Or you can even have something simple like, want to make some money online, ? And then you put your domain name, which you should have by now if you followed step 2.
So anyway, those are more good ideas. Very grassroots type marketing for getting started. You can order actually 5,000 business cards over at Vistaprint, and from their little premium section where you're paying like an extra $20 for the setup, and you can get that all for about $60 or $70 depending on what different options you choose, like the different paper and things like that. But imagine 5,000 business cards, or drop cards as Max said there, out at your local mall, or at a local airport, if you live, in a city, or at a local university. In my particular area, there's 3 different universities that are all within about, half an hour to 40 minutes driving time of the big universities, and there's a few smaller ones too. But so anyway, this has given me some new ideas too, and I hope the same for you. Use this for this program or any other program too.